And hello, Internet, and welcome back to Casual Gamer. I'm your hostess, Abbi Kadabra, and in today's video, we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're going to be talking about World of Warcraft. Yes, bitch, the granddaddy of them all, Mr. Warcraft himself. However, we're going to be talking about the top 5 reasons why I stopped playing. And I hope you stick around till reason number 1, because I'm sure it's something we can all agree on. Stay tuned. Okay, gaming boys and girls, and here we are. Number 5 as to why I stopped playing World of Warcraft. And mind you, this was pretty recently. It's because I've been playing since beta. That's right, boys and girls, I am the OG World of Warcraft player. I am one of the few still playing that can say, yes, I beta tested this game. Yes, I was there on day 1 of launch. And yes, I have played every single year of my life ever since then. I think I might have just dated myself a little bit by saying that. And then there was this entire span during Cataclysm, which is probably one of my favorite expansions to this day. If it's not yours, leave some comments below. In fact, tell me what your favorite expansion was in the comments below. But Cataclysm absolutely was one of mine. And it's not because of the content, it's not because of the gearing system or the way the classes were set up at that point. No, it was because my best friend and I got to start a guild from the ground up and turn it into this little raiding monster. We weren't large by any sense, but we had so much camaraderie at that point in time. It was fun, it was engaging, it was just so exciting to log in every day. In fact, I'll never forget, it's probably my favorite moment inside of all of my time playing this game. We had spent so much time just bashing our heads up against Deathwing, and we were finally progressing, and we were right there, and this was our last chance before the servers reset to take this son of a bitch down. Everyone's dead on the floor. No one's left alive. There's not a healer in sight. I am the only one at this point still breathing, and I've got 10% of my health left. Anyway, everyone's dead. There's no one to keep me alive, and I just hammer him and hammer him and hammer him and hammer him until finally he's dead. The whole raid party just erupts in cheering and screaming. I jump out of my chair. My roommate jumps out of his chair, and we are just going at it with excitement. You can't buy that kind of fun times with your friends, am I right? Well, it's been a long time since I felt that way. It's been a really, really long time since I had a moment like that. And I feel like maybe I've just been playing a little too long to where I can still have those moments and still have that kind of fun. Okay, and here we go. Reason number 4, why I had to take a giant leap back from my time inside of World of Warcraft. It's pretty simple, you guys. There is a lot more out there than there ever was before in the MMORPG genre. And there's a lot that's really, really good. If you want, go ahead and check out my other videos on Elder Scrolls Online. If you ever played Morrowind, if you ever played Skyrim, if you ever played Oblivion, there's a really good chance that you're going to fall in love with that game too. Now, yes, before you blow me up in the comments, I understand that those are 2 very, very different games, but ESO has done an amazing job of taking all the little bits and pieces out of those 3 games and kind of conglomerating it into what really is an excellently executed MMORPG. Anyway, plug over for ESO. I played Star Wars, The Old Republic. I played that with my mom and dad as well, and I played that with my roommate as well, the one that I was just talking about with the Cataclysm Guild. We both took a step back at the same time, and God, we had so much fun. And I had to remember that moment where I was able to step away from Warcraft a little bit. I didn't quit it entirely, but I did take a giant step back to play other games. There's so much more out there, you guys. I just recently got a Switch. Always had a PS, but I just got a Switch, and there's so much fun stuff on there. You can even play old school games if you want to. You can sign up for their online service and play old school Nintendo, old school Super Nintendo. My point is, there's more to life than World of Warcraft. There is more content out there than World of Warcraft. And if you allow yourself to have a little bit of fun outside of that system, chances are you're going to have a lot of fun. I know I am. And now for reason number 3 why I had to take a giant step back from World of Warcraft. I am not a fan at all of their solo play. Look, outside of all of this, I have a rather busy career. I'm working more than 40, probably 50 hours a week in something that I truly do love outside of this in my big boy career. And that leaves me with very little time to commit to a lot of the end game content inside of this game. I can't tell you the last time that I was actually able to be part of a raiding guild. If you want to be part of a successful raiding guild in this game, you have to have major time commitments. You have to be able to block these things out with regularity, and you really have to make that commitment. And I simply don't have the time. The solo play outside of all of that, it's not engaging. Just point blank, it is not fun. You get to run around and do these dailies, which, I mean, for f***'s sake, you're just flying from one dot on the map to the next dot on the map, from this dot on the map to that dot on the map. Go collect 25 of this thing, give me 50 of that thing. And you are just flying around for a good half hour, maybe hour and a half if you can stand it that long, doing those kind of world quests and those dailies. And oh god, it is just mind-numbingly boring. Mind-numbingly boring. And don't get me started on the combat system. It is tab target fail or tab target try, and it's not fun. It's not fun. Sure, you can do the looking for raid if you liked the severely gimped, nerfed, like, I don't know, maybe you're going to a museum and looking at dinosaurs kind of version of raiding just to say that you experienced the content, and that's not for me. It's not for me at all. I loved raiding, and I just don't have time for it with this game. I wish that they would make something inside of this game that is engaging for casual players. Guys, there is a reason I call myself your casual gamer. It's because I don't have a lot of time to play. Look, I'm not your girl to go asking about how do I make my tune better? How do I do this better? How do I get my DPS to be maxed? How do I do... No, baby. I'm here to help you have a really good time. I'm here to help you have fun while you're playing, because that's all I have time for. And honestly, it's the reason that I do it, and I'm simply just not enjoying my day-to-day life inside of this game. Okay, you guys, reason number 2 is actually going to be broken up into reason 2, 2.1, and 2.2, because I have a lot to say about just how much Battle for Azeroth is killing me. My god, this has been the most inconsistent journey of my entire, and I mean entire, adult life. And I watched True Blood. You had moments of brilliance when it came to your capital cities. Dazar Allure, the Pinkamid, stunning. Absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. My god, I love the architecture. I love the lore behind it. It is expansive. It is immersive. And when you're actually inside of it, it feels like an alive and breathing city. And you know what? For those of you who are not fans of the Pinkamid, don't get me started. You should not have every single thing that you need to do in a day crammed into one little convenient corner. No, ma'am. This is a big-ass city. You should have to go from here to way over there to get your stuff done, because you name one city where you can get everything done on one block. I'll wait. All right, now, so for those of you who are not fans of the Pinkamid, I get it. That's not the way that you like to play. Blow me up in the comments down below. And then outside of the gorgeous, gorgeous thing that they did with the art direction inside of this game, we go into the gearing system, which was garbage. Absolute garbage. The whole Azerite power system, the fact that we don't have tier sets anymore, oh god, they couldn't fix that fast enough. And then by the end of the expansion, they never did. Never ever did. It was the worst gearing system I have ever partaken of inside of another game. Hated it. Was not fun. Was not engaging. You took what was the legendary weapons from Legion and just shit all over it. It was horrible, you guys. Like, honestly, how did this pass any kind of meeting? So we go from one high to one extreme low, and it was like that throughout the entire expansion. From what I heard, the Dazar Allure raid was hands down one of the best raids that this game has ever come up with, and will likely go down in WoW history as the best, if not one of the best raids ever designed. And it's completely overshadowed by all of the crap that this expansion was. And I'll tell you, the most fun that I had during this entire expansion, and this is really saying something, was collecting allied races. And collecting their gear. And collecting their mounts. That's all I did all expansion, was collect allied races and collect their mounts. Because we go into reason 2 of this entire little rant. Every single patch felt like a little mini expansion. It's like they had to reinvent themselves on every single patch because everything started off so badly. All of it. Every single patch felt like its own expansion, and it was inconsistent, and it was just awful because I felt like I had to start from ground zero all over again. Every single time I logged in, it was ground zero. I had to build up a new gearing system. I had to build up a new this. I had to go out and get a new set of this just so I could play the game. And a lot of it didn't transfer to my alts, which is super irritating. And then we get into reason 2.1. And this I can't say strong enough. Azshara deserved her own expansion. Nazjatar deserved its own expansion. Blizzard, you took one of the greatest lore characters that y'all ever came up with and crammed her into one teeny little patch. Gave her one little patch, one little raid. Shame on you. She deserved better. We deserved more of her. If this whole thing had just been Azshara with the way that you set up the world quest inside of there where she's constantly taunting you, it harkened back to Wrath of the Lich King, which is one of the best expansions that you have ever done. You took a lot of what worked inside of Wrath of the Lich King, updated it inside of your new systems, and Nazjatar was the most fun that I had playing this entire expansion. I loved that crazy snake witch was following me around the entire time taunting me. And then you did the same exact thing with N'Zoth. You took what is actually the biggest lore character that you have ever designed and you put him into one patch and one raid. And let's not talk about how boring that patch was. And don't get me started on the name of this entire expansion. Battle for Azeroth? Girl, who did you think you were fooling? And here we are, team. Reason number 1 why I had to give Warcraft the boot, at least for now. I'm not having fun. It's not fun. I tried to make it fun. I would log in, I would try to build up my characters, I would try my hardest to go out and get all of these gear sets for the allied races and get all these tunes up to level cap so that I could enjoy those benefits. And honestly, I spent most of this expansion playing other content from the game because I'm leveling up all of these other characters. I did enjoy Nazjatar. I really enjoyed Mechagon. It was just so inconsistent and it's just exhausting at this point and I'm not having fun. And I start thinking about all of the things I said earlier, those moments in my WoW history where I had so much fun. It was thrilling. It was exciting. These are moments in time that I'll never forget that I got to have with a lot of my friends. And now here we are, not having a lick of fun. So I have to put it on the back seat for right now, and I'm hoping that the next expansion is really going to reinvigorate what WoW is and what WoW has been for me. And I will be making content surrounding that expansion. I'm not done for good. I'm done for now. I have to put it away for right now because it's just so frustrating. But I will be back making content for that new expansion, and fingers crossed, they get it right this time. All right, boys and girls, thank you guys so much for watching this far. Look, I have to tell you, this is my second YouTube video and I'm having the time of my life making these things. The response to my first video was just absolutely overwhelming. Thank you so much for all of the positivity, all of the really constructive criticism. I really did take it all to heart and I really enjoy hearing from you guys. I want to make these things the best that I possibly can. So leave some comments down below if there's any suggestions that you have on how to make these videos better, or if there's content that you would really like to see. I'm going to be making content surrounding World of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls Online. Probably a little bit more Elder Scrolls Online right now, to be honest with you. So if you love those games and want to know my opinion or my take on anything, leave it in the comments down below. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you never, ever, ever miss anything that we put up here. Until then, I'll see you next time.